Welcome to Regan's Corner. And we got a special guest, walking double double, star Morgan Township's girls basketball team, Victoria Diaz. Anderson commits. How are you doing today, Victoria?
I'm doing great.
Okay. So how did you start in the game of basketball?
So I started in seventh grade. When I was younger, I tried pretty much every sport. I did soccer, softball, gymnastics. I did swimming for like not too long. I think I already said soccer, but like I was trying every sport. And kind of during middle school is when I slowed down a little bit. I did track in sixth grade. And then my parents were like, okay, well, there's a basketball call out meeting coming up soon. It was like the beginning of school. And they were like, do you want to try out for this? And they were like, they kept asking me for like a couple of weeks. And they were like, it was like down to like the last week. And then tryouts were going to start. So they're like, hey, like, we need to know if you want to like do this or not. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And like any sport I played before that, like there was never tryouts, there was never anything like that where it's like you could be cut from the team or whatever. So I was super nervous. I was like, I've never played a sport like this before. I've never done anything. So I was like really nervous about it. So I went to the first practice and it was, you know, hard. It was hard because I've never done anything like it before, but I kind of liked it because like all my friends were there. I made new friends and stuff. So um I kind of just stuck with it and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play this year. And they're like, oh, do you want to play in high school? I'm like, yeah, this is a lot of fun. Like, I think seventh grade we went undefeated and then eighth grade was a little rocky, but we still did pretty good. It was a lot of fun. So I just kind of stuck with it. And then I realized that, I mean, I could do really good in this and I really loved it. So that, um, I was like, freshman year, I was like, oh, well, maybe I won't play in college. Maybe I'll start AAU. So that's kind of how I started AAU too. And I loved AAU. It made me love basketball even more. So
Absolutely. Kind of seeing and stuff like that, pictures with other PCC stars like Lillian Toll along those lines. I was going to ask you when, before you answered, when you started in AU, but don't you and stuff like that? Did AU kind of help you develop into the player you are now, where you're averaging a double double in your senior year?
oh, definitely. I learned so much from travel ball, like even more than I did from high school. My coach was amazing. Like he taught me like more than half of what I know about the little stuff in basketball, especially.
Yeah. So, talking about like post presence and stuff like that. So, like going in the post and making the post move. What's your favorite post move or go to post move to kind of do?
I don't have anything really fancy. I used to love to do like I would kind of go this way a little bit or like towards the edge, and then I would go back to the middle. I usually just kind of do a drop step or like a pump fake sometimes. It kind of depends.
Absolutely. But with your height, I mean, you gotta get that sky hook in there, girl. Once in a
I
while.
used to have a mean left sky hook. I or like left just little thing. I don't know what happened to it. I stopped going from the left side and doing that. But I used to do so good on that.
Hey, you gotta be like, hey, yo, Rick, let's go with the sky hook again. But anyway, um, but going into your freshman year and stuff like that, and then going into your sophomore year after first year of travel ball, what kind of difference did you kind of see from all the travel ball you've done to the summer ball to the fall?
I could see myself being more like open with my team and being more confident in myself as a player. Like I would make different moves. In like I said, middle school and stuff. Like I was never taught to dribble, and I would dribble a little more. Like my AAU coach was like, hey, you are going to have to dribble if you like are going to want to play higher up and stuff. So I'm like, okay. So I got my confidence in dribbling from AAU and stuff. And what was I gonna say? Oh, from like summer to fall and stuff. So I stuck with summer. It was like spring all the way through summer, and fall was like travel ball. So that would kind of be like the little extra, like I said, dribbling stuff, the little extra post moves and stuff, working on that. And then that would help me with my season in high school.
So, kind of going into that season in high school and stuff like that, what were some games where, oh, I'm here, especially in your sophomore year as you're starting to kind of get into the mold that we will see today, and as a South Central home base, very scared during that Morgan Township game. But what do you key the success you're having right now in that sophomore year and beyond?
So you're asking like what was that key to like getting over that, oh, I'm here, or like where you
Oh
felt.
yeah, like I'm here. That moment where I like, hey, I'm kind of dreaming on college, but this is kind of the reality now where I'm about to get recruited.
Um, I was actually pretty nervous about the recruitment thing because I was not getting like hardly anything. I was just trying to like get into different camps and stuff, and I was trying to like reach out to coaches and stuff like every kind of like everybody does, you know. Um, but it's like it was between like sophomore and junior year where it was like, okay, I need to like start, you know, getting some notices and stuff and like asking, or like not asking, but like telling coaches like, hey, like these are my games and stuff like that. And I'm like trying to think here, because sophomore year was with like the bigger, we had more seniors that year, so we were kind of a
Mm-hmm.
bigger team. So like getting into those big games in high school, it was like it was a lot like travel ball actually, because it's always much more physical when you have like us versus South Central or us versus Couts. You kind of see the relation between them. And then so you see it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to work like this, I need to work harder and harder, and then we're going to win these games, and then you'll do better, and you just grow.
Throw to it and stuff like that. And does not hurt. Um, okay. When was kind of, you said kind of sophomore year and stuff like that, training coming into this year. So what was that like?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that a little bit? It was like breaking up.
So what training like in the off season coming in from your junior year to your senior year this year?
Like winning. I'm sorry, it's like
So winning, kind of like off season, like training, like working out and stuff like that.
mhm. How is it different?
Yeah. So how was it different this year going into everything with summer ball and everything like that to last year to the previous year and all that jazz?
So each year, I feel like this year we've really worked the hardest. And we worked harder to get everybody kind of as a team than we were in the past years. I feel like not really saying anything, but like past years it was more like cliquish. So like we had like the senior group, the juniors, the sophomores, and everything were a little more like together in individual groups. This year we've really worked on like mending everybody together and like working really hard and pumping everybody up and stuff, because we don't have a broad range of like different age groups, I guess. It's mostly like we have 2 seniors, a couple juniors, you know. So definitely that's definitely a lot different. The working aspect of it, we've even in travel ball, like as we went on different years, we lost a lot of people, so we had to work a lot harder to try and get everybody up to the senior level, I guess you could say, because everybody was younger. Even in travel ball, we had a lot of freshmen coming in. This year, we have a lot of freshmen coming in, and so everybody has to work harder. Everybody has an expectation to live up to, which it's not a very hard expectation, but still, like, you need to work hard and make sure you get everybody pumped and everybody getting it done, which we've done a really great job of doing.
So going into this year, what are some of your superstitions and stuff like that before a game?
So superstitions. I would say, I don't know if this is like really related, but trying to think. What do you mean by like superstitions? Like, give me like an example.
Like, for example, one player I've talked to, like, he has different socks for like away games or home games, or one Notre Dame athlete has a Notre Dame doll before she goes and swims, like a little leprechaun kind of thing, and pass
Mm-hmm.
it on the head, kind of something along those lines, like for luck and before a game.
Yeah. I would say I always use the same water bottle, and I have different water bottles for in the locker room and outside. I actually have it right here. This is my, I don't want to say lucky water bottle, but it's been pretty good to me this year. I always wear, I usually like to wear only white socks during games, specifically like the Nike Elite ones. I've ever since we, like last year, I just got them and I wore them during the South Central game. It was like sectionals, I think, and we did phenomenal. And ever since then, like I always just wear the Nike Elite socks to like any game or anything, especially like PCC games. I make sure I wear them. I don't have many actually. I have this necklace that usually is my practice necklace. And I usually don't take it off until like right before the game. So like when we're getting changed or something. But that's really all I
Mhm.
have for those. I think I used to have more when I was younger, but I kind of got over those a little bit.
Okay. So we kind of talked about the South Central game a little bit and stuff along those lines. So let's go into this year. So what was kind of the mindset coming into South Central, playing for the Cup and all that jazz and everything like this?
Everyone was so nervous. We were so pumped though to like play again because we did so good last year. We were like, okay, we got to go get him this year. We got to go get him. And we were just all pumped in the locker room when we were at our home school getting ready to like leave on the bus, and we were like all talking, we were all excited and stuff. Um, and then I feel like when we got there, the nerves really hit us a lot because like I knew I was shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, like we're back in their gym. We're playing for the cup. I feel like the cup was the one thing that got me all riled up, I can say, because we wanted it so bad. They lost. Our Celts lost to them, so we're like, okay, well, we gotta like play this, and then we can. Or that was after, I think. Yes, sorry, that was after. But we were like, okay, well, we can do this. We've watched like film on them and stuff. We were like, okay, we can do this. We got this. and everything. And I guess we just kind of fell short during the game and stuff, which was kind of disappointing, but it happens.
Absolutely, it happened. And stuff like that. I talked to Lauren from Houts too. I mean, satellites have a lot of film on them, so they kind of look and scout what Livia Marks does, or Lillian Tolman, or even a Sadie Marks, and then the Welshes. It's easy because you got it at your fingertips constantly. What they're doing, what their sets are, what's this, what's that. Um, I guess that's the only downside of having a network like ours, where you have that much film, where you can just look and teams like you can scout. So has that kind of helped you guys even with with kind of scouting the satellites this year?
It has helped a little bit, yes. We knew kind of already who we needed to, like, we played them long enough. We kind of knew who we needed to guard and needed to try and stop a little bit. But it did help a little bit with certain sets and like plays that they ran, like to know who to stop on what play, who to watch out for, like a screen and stuff, and just like the little things.
Absolutely, for sure. So what's your favorite like defense to run against, like a motion offense or a flex or something along those lines?
I always like to run man to man. I mean, like a 1-2-2 has never really been my favorite, just because like when one person, like when say like it goes to the corner or something and I have to go out, then it's like hard for help and stuff, and then I want to be back to help and like rebound and stuff. It's just like hard with that one. 2-3 is okay sometimes. It kind of depends on what the offense is running. I'm always in the middle, so I kind of have to watch up and back, and I need like the communication. And then where it's days where it's just not like a communication day, it's kind of hard. But I always like to go for man to man.
So kind of going man man and stuff like that, and kind of pressing that ball handler and stuff on those lines, or the post. Okay. Uh, I'm with you. I never really liked that zone as a center,
Yeah.
but that's all we ran back in the day. But okay, so we're gonna go into like goals and stuff along those lines for you guys at Morgan Township, since you were so close to South Central. Um, so, what are some things for the PCC tournament to work on to get the cup back?
Definitely more communication. Like I said, depending on the game, we do have pretty good communication sometimes. Getting the nerves out before the game is definitely a big thing that we need to work on. Because I know, like, we get like all nervous and then like we'll throw the ball away, or like we'll forget a play or something like that. And that's like the little things that, you know, get a turnover or do something like that. Um, Definitely more scouting. I feel like not everyone scouted a whole bunch. I think we went in and scouted them like as a team, but like more individual scouting, especially for like marks or like point guard or something like that. Like each individual person needs to know like and watch their person and their moves, because I know Sadie likes to do like a little move where she goes, does a little spin, and then she spins back and goes left-handed. So it's like knowing when she's going to do that, which is usually when she's above like the 3-point line or kind of on the elbow a little bit. And I did kind of see that more after, when I watched film after, like, of us playing them, like when she was going to do that, like little keys of that. Oh yeah, she's going to do that. Or like just looking behind and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so just like more watching more film, more looking at us, especially playing them and seeing our mistakes and kind of like rearranging those, fixing those and stuff like that.
Okay. same goes with kind of Couts and all that stuff as well. Because you may be facing Couts first or South Central or Boone Grove or Hebron or whoever you guys draw in the PCC tournament. So going into that Couts game, what are some things do you build on off of that game as well for the PCC tournament?
Maybe more help on certain players, maybe like Ali Capuch. I know like she'll shoot it from like anywhere. Definitely maybe a little help on her. More on the outside. On the inside, kind of getting all the posts ready for the inside, especially because I know not everyone struggled, but there was a couple of us, especially me, that struggled with the inside. I feel like watching again with film and stuff, like watching what moves they do, and then we could like in practice, like kind of work on defending those moves and stuff like that. Definitely more film against Couts. I don't think we had much film on Couts, not as much as we did South Central, definitely not. But yeah, most of them will shoot from the outside, so definitely closing out and stuff like that with defense. But like I said, man to man is like one of the better like offenses or defenses to play against like any team, just because it's more individual, more communication, definitely because a bunch of screens and stuff like that. But going into PCC and everything, just more film on everybody. We need like I said, the individual people that we know that we're going to be guarding. We need to like learn their moves and stuff like that and know what they're going to do in certain situations and seeing the little key parts of that.
Sounds like you guys got a great scouting plan here. So good luck with the PCC and all that jazz, and good luck with a sectional. I think you guys are going to win the sectional this year. Watching you and stuff. So kind of getting into the hot corner segments and all that stuff. So what do you do for self-care for basketball since you're playing year-round? What do you do to kind of take a mental break a couple times here and there?
I try and drink like only water. I do stretches at home at least like once a day. I'll usually do stretches. I've had problems with my back in the past and my calves, especially with cramping and stuff. So I'll roll them out like all the time because I always feel a cramp here and there just walking around or doing stuff. Um, I have like a little basketball, like little squeeze ball. I'll kind of throw it on the wall or like squeeze it a little bit or like do stuff with that. Or I have like a basketball that I'll just kind of hold and do stuff, kind of get my hands, like ready for it. Usually I would go to practices once in a while for travel, especially during just like random times and stuff. But now I'm not going to probably have that. So I'll probably just like, I had this app before. I didn't really get to use it, but it was like a dribbling app that would like show you some moves and stuff. And you would try and like get the ball to like move. And it was like a camera thing. And you would like try and get the ball to dribble and stuff. So kind of working on dribbling, just working on like everything, like all the little things. Even we took down the hoop for the winter time because it's like a smaller hoop, but like just dribbling and doing stuff, maybe getting to the gym every once in a while and doing some shots, free throws especially, and just all the little things. And definitely eating well. I try and do that more in the off season than I do the regular season, just because you want to keep that. And running and stuff, I'm gonna have to start doing that a lot more after basketball especially, and during this break, this winter break. So
absolutely. You got a little bit of a break going from your next game to tomorrow when you guys play next. So, what is okay? That's the favorite go-to snack.
Favorite go-to snack. Everybody on my team will probably say this too. I love pickles. I know the pickle juice does help with like cramps and stuff too, so that kind of helps. But I love any kind of pickle. If they have some at the concession stand, like the other game, a couple nights ago, like I got a pickle from the concession stand, or I'll have like a little container of pickles, or I'll just have some before a game or practice or something. Definitely my go-to snack.
Nice. So, what is your favorite sports movie of all time?
This one's kind of like every like basketball player's one, but love and basketball. I don't know why I've just always loved like the old timey movie, and I just love that one so much. Or there was another one. It was called Amateur. Those two I can watch like all the time.
Two great movies there. So, what is the go-to fast food?
Ooh, fast food. Definitely McDonald's. Chicken nuggets. McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Ooh, can't beat it. Oh, nuggets before again. Okay, so thank you for coming here. You're always welcome, Victoria. And we're gonna send you a link to our future NIL providers and stuff like that. Us and other companies that could give you opportunities with NIL when you're at Anderson. So stay
Awesome.
froggy, my friend.
You too.